First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to our due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who roll well and who taught us the truth. And today's lesson is going to be entitled somewhere along the lines of peace is not coming to the society, this place, America, however you want to call it, it would be somewhere along those lines. Peace is not coming to America. And, that's not my words. That's the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai. We're not here to prophesy about peace. We're not here to say peace is coming to this society, to this place. We're here to tell you that trembling, fear, desolation, destruction, damnation is coming to this place, man. And that's the only thing that is coming. Peace, prosperity, tranquility is not coming to this place. What does it say in 1 Thessalonians? And I just pulled up to my destination. So, was it 1 Thessalonians 5? Yep, 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So they're going to try to tell you that peace is going to, is coming. They're going to say, yes, everything's safe, everything's peaceful, everything's secure, and then sudden destruction is going to come upon you, man, as a travail upon a woman with child, and you shall not escape. We're not here to tell you that peace is coming, man. Let's look up at let's see what it says here in peace for peace.
Strong's G 1515, Irene.
It says a state of national tranquility. There's this peace between individuals. Harmony. Ain't no harmony coming to this place, man. Harmony. It says balance. Slovakia. It says balance. Coordination, comradeship, cooperation, sympathy. Ain't none of that coming to this place, man. It says security, safety, prosperity. The blessed state of devout men and upright men after death. So ain't no peace coming, man. Rest. What does it say? It says rest right here. Ain't no rest. This isn't our rest. I haven't got this in a while. Let's pull it out. Micah 2:10. And it reads, Arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. This isn't our rest. This isn't peace. This isn't our where we're supposed to thrive and excel and succeed, man. We're not here to be at rest. We're not here to be at ease. At peace, man. We're here to serve a captivity, serve our punishment, and then when the Lord Yahweh seems fit, according to His accord, on His own accord, according to His will, then we'll be at rest. Then we'll be saved from this ungodly place. You can't have peace here when there's filthiness and unrighteousness flourishing throughout this world. It's impossible. Let's just look up what it says, the definition of peace here on Google. Definition of peace: freedom from disturbance, tranquility. Let's look up that word disturbance. The interruption of a settled and peaceful condition. It's disruption, disturbance, the disruption of healthy functioning, distress, concern, worry. We're worried, man. It says in Proverbs 29:2. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And what the people is in a state of mourning. So as long as the wicked is in rule, it's not going to be no peace. It's going to be nothing but disturbances, worrying, complaining, perplexity, concern, upset, agitation, trouble. as long as the wicked is in authority, there will be no peace. But when the wicked, slip the tongue, but when the righteous cometh into authority, the people are going to be at peace. Freedom from disturbance, calm, tranquility. That's when that true peace and safety is going to come into play, when the righteous are in authority. A state or period in which there is no war, or a war has ended. No war. And what it says, the nation shall learn war no more. All right, great. Let's look it up here. So, like, bear with me. Isaiah 2 and verse 10, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So, war ain't gonna, and that's what it said, that's an aspect of peace. The state of, or period in which there is no war, or a war is ended. Law and order. Let me go to the drop down box. But it's all good. So ain't no peace coming to this place, man. And that's what, we're here to prophesy, to tell you that peace is not coming. Was that Jeremiah 15 and 2? No. How's it go? Prophets of old prophesied both against. This is what we're here to do, man. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what's happening, man. That's what we're doing today. We're prophesying against this. We're not prophesying for America. We're not prophesying for America to promote peace and tranquility and to have a rest for us. We're prophesying against this place for it to be destroyed, man. For it to be destroyed. Destroyed. Desolate, man. I wish it let me go. It's not letting me go to these words now. There we go. Against. Anyways, so that's what it says, man. Again, let's get in the NLT. Jeremiah 28 and 8 in the NLT. The ancient prophets who preceded you and me spoke against many nations, always warning of war, disaster, and disease. And the prophets are back today, man, doing the same things back in their lot. That's what Yahweh Shem Yashah told John the Revelator. What is that? John, it's either 10 or 11. Yeah, Revelation 10 and 11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. You think he's going to prophesy of peace and tranquility and America's going to be great again? No, we just read it. What the prophets do when the Lord sends out his prophets, it's of war and of evil and of pestilence, the destruction of a place. Again, Jeremiah 28 and verse 8 in the KJV. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. It says in the NLT verse 9, Jeremiah 28:9, so a prophet who predicts peace must show he is right. Only when his predictions come true can we know that he is really from the Lord Yahweh. And these people who are prophesying of peace now, man, the Lord didn't send them. Let's say, Let's see if we can find it. It's in Jeremiah. It's during the beginning. 23. Let's see what 23 says. 23 and what was it? 21. Like you bear with me. Let's see what it says. Lies, deceit. So like you bear with me. I'm trying to see if it'll say. Try to look it up again. Let's see what Jeremiah 14 and 14 says. If not, we'll continue on. The other one was good, but I was looking for. Let's see what this says. Jeremiah 14 and 14. Then the Lord Yahweh. Then the Lord. Here it is. Up above. Jeremiah 14 and 13. Let's get in the NLT. Then I said, O sovereign Lord Yahweh, their prophets are telling them all is well. No war or famine will come. The Lord Yahweh will surely send you peace. Then the Lord Yahweh said, these prophets are telling lies in my name. I did not send them or tell them to speak. I did not give them any messages. They prophesy of visions and revelations they have never seen or heard. They speak foolishness made up in their own lying hearts. So you even have prophets out here today, which, that was speaking about back then during Jeremiah's time, but you can also apply it to today, man. That's what you have men who claim that they're prophets saying that, there ain't going to be no wars, there ain't going to be no famines, we're all good, peace to America, we're going to be at rest, Israelite communities, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. But the Lord said, I didn't say that. That's lies what they're saying. And what's going to happen to these false prophets? Verse 15, therefore, thus, back in the KJV, therefore, thus say the Lord Yahweh, concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I send them not, yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. So this is going to happen, man, that these people who are prophesying lies, saying that ain't no war coming, but peace is coming to this place. You're going to receive that destruction, that judgment, man. Peace is not coming to this place, man. No, there is no peace to America. Going off right here in Jeremiah 30 and verse 4. Verse 5, Jeremiah 30 and 5, for thus said the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. This is what the prophets are telling you, man, that peace is not coming to this place. The only thing coming to this place is death, destruction, mayhem, cries, terror, desolation, man. And then once we get in the kingdom of heaven, that's when the peace is going to come. That's when that Jeremiah comes in effect, when it said, ye must prove. If he says that there's going to be peace, he must prove it. And that's when peace is going to come. In the kingdom of heaven, man. That's the true peace. That's the true tranquility. But right now, there is no peace coming to this age, to this world, to this rulership. This rulership has to be brought down to the ground before true peace can emerge into the earth. And then Tia says, Jeremiah 30 and 5, this is what the Lord Yahweh says, I hear cries of fear. There is terror and no peace. Ain't no peace coming. Now you tell me if this sounds like peace right here. Verse 6, back in the KJV. Ask ye now. Let's get in the NLT. Now let me ask you a question. Do men give birth to babies? No. Then why do they stand there ashen-faced, hands pressed against their sides like a woman in labor? If men don't give babies, why do I see men acting like women while they're giving? What happens when women give birth? They're screaming. They're screaming. They're hunched over. They're if you grabbing their hand, that's the most strength that they've ever had in their life. They gripping, your hand tight. I ain't never been in that situation. I'm just saying. I'm just from movies experience. They gripping their hands, face blood, purple, red, man. Blood showing forth through their face. That's what, and Jeremiah saying, hey, this is how I see the men in that day. That don't sound like peace to me. That don't sound like tranquility. And if the men are going to be like this, how much more so the women? What are you women going to be doing in that day, man? Ain't no peace coming to this place, and you can feel it in the air. If you're really, thinking about and watching what is going on around you, it's easy to tell that peace is not coming to this place. Let's get into verse 7. Alas, back in the KJV, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That time, man, Jacob's trouble. The worst time in history. In the NLT, it says, verse 7, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. Think of all the times in history where you would say, yeah, that was an awful, that was just so awful and evil time that has happened. Slavery, the Black Plague, the slaughter of tens of millions of Native Americans, the slaughter of Latinos, the siege of 70 AD when we had to flee into the mountains, when we fled into Africa and fled into all sides, man, away from Roman persecution. When we was in Egypt, etc., man. All the times that you can think, the flood, if I didn't say that, the flood, all those times of evil, of bad times, distress, that is not going to compare to what is about to come to this society. And we're here to tell you that that's not peace that is coming to this society. It is actually the complete opposite, times 10. That's what's coming to this society, man. It's like not tranquility, distress, persecution, endangerment. A lot of people is about to die, man. In the NLT, again, it says, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. The worst time in history is approaching, is upon us. It would behoove you to listen and to hearken and to turn back into the Heavenly Father. And this is what we're telling you, to turn back to the Heavenly Father before this takes place and you're not caught up in the Lord's wrath. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end, they will be saved. And that day is going in, and that day in the NLT and the He and the KJV is going into the elect of the nation of Israel. The elect is the only ones who are going to be able to escape this time of terror that nobody has seen since the world began. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. And before I end it off, I think about praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash, and double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.